Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Amor Fati Podcast. That's capital A-M-O-R, capital F-A-T-I. Appreciate you guys tuning in. I'm here with my boy, Raw.
Yo, what's happening, everybody?
Yes, sir. And we got a special guest today.
Yeah. How we doing?
Doing good, man. My boy Chris pulled up, man. Appreciate you coming out, man.
Yes, sir.
Big Chris in the house.
Yes, sir.
Big Chris.
So, yeah, man, we love having guests on the show. So we just wanted to tap in with you, see what's new with you.
For sure. I appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure.
How y'all doing? Y'all all right?
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. How do you guys know each other, man? Because this is my first time meeting Chris. Good to see you, Chris. You look good, Chris.
Actually, we know each other through a mutual friend.
Yep.
About what, like
8
years?
8
7, 8 years?
No, 8 years now.
Yeah. It's been a while.
Damn, it's been longer than
Where were you 8 years ago?
Me?
Talking to the audience.
Oh.
Okay, but go ahead. My bad.
Yeah, so I was getting into mixing, and our friend Solomon was into mixing as well.
Shout out
so
Yep.
you have pulled up, and we actually recorded. Oh, what was the records? I know the records in my bag.
Yep.
Ooh-wee, classic.
Classic. What was the other one that was crazy?
Mood.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
the way that you move.
Thank you, by the way. Thank you.
Yeah, that one was crazy. So yeah, that's how we know each other.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Dope. So that music bringing niggas together, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
Love to see it, man. Love to see it.
Definitely. So I know you've been in your engineer and mixing bag lately, right?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, mainly with just like 2 or 3 artists. I try not to like venture out
Yeah.
a lot, just because I'm trying to hone in on my skills as a mixing engineer, and I want to create a sound, just with like, those 2-3 artists, and just stick to that. Honestly,
Yeah.
I like that.
That's awesome, man.
I'm a photographer and a videographer, and I'm the same way. I feel like, you can do your thing, freelance, go out here, find everybody, do every gig, like that gets presented to you or whatever. But
Yeah.
when you find the right ones that like harmonize with like what you do, what you see, how you feel, it'd be kind of hard to leave it alone. Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be lying to people like, yeah, I'm booked this whole week. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I know I kind of resonate with that, bro. I know.
yeah. It just, all money ain't good money, and
True.
all company ain't good company.
True. Yeah. My side of the story is that, we met during that time, like you said, and I just thought you had like a great ear for music,
I appreciate
which
that.
makes sense that you're like an engineer and, a producer. But before I set up my, studio and had my setup, me and you basically were like artist and engineer kind of thing. And me, I have a very specific ear.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't just go to anybody. So you already knew that when I came to you, I trusted you with like my sound and everything. And
That's
man, like you did a great job,
No, I appreciate that. And that's something I try to get every artist to do is like, you have to record yourself.
Yeah.
You have to understand how dubbing a track, how harmonies work, how panning works, how know what I'm saying, the auto tune, like you have to understand all of that stuff for yourself.
Yeah.
Because like I don't like recording people no more. So I'd be like, you record it, send me the record.
Send you the record, right?
Yeah. So
why don't you like recording people anymore?
That's a good
it's
question.
tedious, man.
Tedious.
It's tedious, and
You gotta be a coach.
yeah, and it's just like I get irritated fast as hell. So
Yeah.
I'd be like,
and not every artist kind of knows what they want to.
Yeah.
It's like kind of playing like the discovery game with them.
See, you gotta
But
come
he's-
ready though, bro.
What he's saying is discover whatever the fuck you got to discover yourself, and then send me the sort of the final thoughts of that, and then I'll get it together.
Get your shit straight before you knock on my door.
Yeah.
Because when we get here, we gonna work, but we gotta be on, like, already past phase 1.
And I fuck with the transparency of that too, man. That's
I mean, like working with you is so seamless because you'll be like, yo, I know what I need to do. Let me do it real quick. You know what I'm saying? And It's like, hey, shit, I'll sit back for an hour, let you tweak everything you need to tweak, because he'll sit over there and nudge like one word, just like a 100th of a millisecond. He'd be like, that's it right there. I'm like, well, I don't want to sit there and do that. So
right.
you do it. You like to do it.
Crazy.
Yeah, so have a blast.
Just send me the raw vocals, however it's been processed, and then I'm gonna get it together for you on the mix and on the.
So they send you the raw vocals. The raw vocals ain't hitting. Do you say send it again? Or do you try to tweak it? Like what you guys do? Or does it depend on what they give you?
I try to tweak it, but now I'm in a phase of like, yo, send me the demo.
Yeah.
And if I want to mix it, I'll mix it.
Okay.
If not, I'll just be like, this one ain't for me.
Try again.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to, as an engineer, like, you really have to, like, pick and choose.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, it's not just their name, it's your name as well.
Yeah. That's a fact.
That's a fact. You're not going to be a Leslie Brathwaite or a Mixed by Ali if you just pick every single thing.
Yeah.
And, you just got to choose wisely on who you mix.
True.
And how great of an artist they are.
I think it's, like I was saying earlier, you're in the engineering world, the producing world, and you guys are trying to, like, grow in your lanes. I feel like, again, when you find that right match, it almost makes sense, because everything we talked about gets expedited. Everything we, that whole process, you get to move so much faster, not to rush anything, but you get to move more effortlessly. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're now on the same page. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes.
And sometimes when you find the right ones.
Yeah, like me and my girl, we can't work together at all. I'd like, yo, record the record. I'll come back and mix it. Like,
why is that? Hold on. Hope she's not in the audience.
Because it's just like, I'll be like,
I'm curious now.
I know. I'll just be like, nah, record that again. Record that again.
Oh, you push your buttons.
Yeah. No, it's not it. Record it again.
Wait, so are you a perfectionist? Are you a perfectionist?
I am.
She is? Okay. All right. And you're a perfectionist?
Yeah, but I think
two alphas.
Right.
Two alphas.
Right. Yep, there you go.
I think it's two different ears, and that's not to say that she doesn't have an ear. It's just to say, like, yo, I understand what it could be, and you're like, no, it sounds great to me.
Yeah.
But like 3 months later, if I just let the record sit, 3 months later, she'd be like, oh no, we got to redo that.
Sheesh.
I'm like, I told you this when we were recording it.
Trust. Yeah, for sure.
Big trust.
Having that, like, that foresight of an ear, right? Yeah. And that's interesting, because what you're explaining leads to my next question, which is that you have rapped and have been an artist. I don't know if you are currently.
Nah.
But you have produced as well. You've mixed, you've engineered, you've worn many hats, right? And out of that experience, how has that led you to now where you're at now, as you've created your new venture through Disrupt? And sort of tell the audience a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I am like a huge student, right? So I care deeply about how artists are received and how they're paid after their career.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So with this new venture, me and my team are creating an app called Disrupt, and pretty much it will put it'll just put like the artist's career in their hands, but we'll have it streamlined to where you don't have to do any of the heavy work, right?
Word.
So it's like it's merch based for the most part, and with the merch you have a QR code, and with the QR code you'll be able to attach your project to it, and then it'll just get streamlined to the consumers with that merch. And we'll have like some other stuff coming along as well.
Yeah.
But we'll also handle all of the merch. So you send in your ideas and your logos and things like that. If you want it embroidered, screen printed, things of that nature.
Wow.
And then what we do is we take that and then we create it.
Right.
And then we ship it as well.
Wow.
So,
Sheesh.
it's like, yo, let us do all of the legwork for you.
Yeah.
And just go be an artist.
That's
you know
beautiful.
what I'm saying?
That's beautiful.
So I'm hearing the reoccurring thing, offering a service, bro.
Yeah.
That's
you got to.
That 100%. That's huge.
And
that's huge.
It's like, you know, with these streaming services, man, you know, you're getting paid 0.0007 cents per stream.
Help me, nigga, please.
Yeah,
help me. Help me.
1 million streams is $4,000, but if you sell, you know, 100 hoodies at $60 a pop, that's $6,000.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
That's absolutely crazy.
So it's like,
wow.
After you pay for the inventory, you're probably taking home $3,500.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why not do that? Why aren't we doing that? You know?
I like what you said too. So like, correct me if I'm wrong. If I go through this service, when I hear the project, I'm also getting the merch at the same time, right?
So you have to, you're buying the merch in order to get the project.
Ooh.
Yeah, so you have to, so the project is exclusive to the merch, right?
Wow,
so,
I like that.
Yeah, so when you buy the merch, it has a QR code embedded into the merch.
Okay.
And then you'll scan it, and then it'll unlock the project.
Wow.
So it's
that's low key crazy.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
That's low key crazy.
So it's like, you know, let's use this to our advantage.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Like I be sometimes I'm like, yo, can we just bring CDs back? Like I just want CDs back, man.
It meant more to say I sold or I went platinum. You know what I'm saying? Like that meant
those physical units.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. I mean, we got so many different factors now into like these head counts and like how many streams you get and just the whole process. Back in the day was easy.
And to buy a CD, yo, it's like, yo, you ain't got that Carter 3 though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
to own it. Yeah,
like
it's a physical thing.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
Right.
You couldn't just go have it. You had to go get the CD.
Right. Exactly.
Right. You had to have a CD player.
Yeah, exactly.
Make sure it worked.
Yeah, that's tight, man. So, now, I'm somebody that wants to use that, right? Literally, and as an audience member for our audience, what would you say to them, like in terms of when it's going to launch, or has it launched?
It hasn't launched yet. We're in the process of just making sure everything is like smooth. Right. So I think the beta will be ready mid-March.
And this year?
Yeah.
2024. Okay.
Yep. And then after we run the beta, we'll probably like have like 50 artists sign up, and we'll run that beta for like 3 to 6 months and make sure nothing crashes, or if it does crash, we can rectify it really quickly and just make sure that it doesn't, you know, we fix those bugs and it doesn't do it again. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because
that's smart. That's smart.
Yeah.
Having like a sort of soft launch and then working through what will inevitably be bugs and those sort of kinks. And then once you fully launch, everything will be worked out. And that's awesome, though, man. That's really cool. Yeah. I know a lot of artists are going to want to get their hands on this, too, including myself. Like, I'm speaking for, I know a lot of people and myself, because, you know, typically you have, like, access to get your distribution on bigger streaming, you know, platforms, DSPs and what have you. But the fact that you're going to be just scratching their back, the artist's back in this case, I mean, you're going to get a big following, man, because it's like a selfless service. It's not, you know, corporate based, but, you know, obviously you're going to make the numbers make sense for your company.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? But it's really like taking a little bit less from what would be like your corporate profits that United Masters or TuneCore or Distrokid does, putting a little bit more back into the artist's pocket, making it more fair, making it more equitable. And I love that, man. That's fucking fantastic.
Yeah, honestly. It's I mean, you know, numbers are numbers. It's a 90-10 split. So 90 the artist way, 10 our way, just because we are doing the, you know, the shipping, the handling.
Yeah, get yours.
That's more than fair, though. I mean,
more than fair.
That's really good split, actually.
It's just when the numbers go up, that's when we'll see like the benefits of it. You know,
I think you're hitting on a good niche, because again, when you look at, like you said, how artists are being compensated for streams. I think now with just the day we live in right now with so many options, I think one of the biggest things about living right now is options. You know, you got Netflix, Hulu, Paramount, you got all these type of things. Music, same way. Yeah. All these different artists. Now you're saying, hey, you know, you do a lot of work. You know, a lot of artists are trying to like get merch going, right, to help the whole brand. Artists are trying to like, you know, brand themselves and, you know, post social media stuff and do all type of things. To be able to kind of like streamline all that into like one app and get them to be, you know, getting the true value for what they put out. I think that's dope. Like you said, it's gonna get hot.
Yeah, I mean, at the core of it, it's a streaming service.
Yeah,
you know, so you can upload your music, and it's a streaming player. Yeah. So it is a music player.
Okay.
You know, it just has a couple more, you know, jewels attached to it.
So I got a question. With the music player, right? I'm one of those dudes that like I grew up in the car. I'll mess with that EQ, the equalizer, like every day. I'd be like, man, that bass is not. Let me turn the treble down a little bit. So do you guys do anything that like specializes in the player itself? I'm just curious.
Or you not at the moment, but that is a good.
Cause doesn't Tidal make like a louder sound for you or more clear sound? They
I
claim
the hi-fi audio.
I think
that's what it's called.
Me and Solomon did a test. We did Apple, Spotify, and Tidal.
Here we go.
With the same exact record.
Yeah.
Tidal is the best.
Wow, you can tell.
Wow. You can tell.
Okay.
You can tell.
Yeah, I can hear it on Tidal.
I've never used Tidal ever.
Versus Spotify.
I only have Tidal on my phone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apple Music's like the loudest, from what I gathered. Yeah. Like their like standard of mastering volume, their LUFs per se is. Spotify's a little bit quieter, and Tidal definitely has like the best quality from what I've gathered as a listener.
What does quality mean to you engineers?
I'll let the chief engineer explain.
Like, okay, it might be a tough question, but how would you sum it up? Just like couple
I think Tidal just brings a different clarity to the record.
Okay.
It sounds less compressed.
Okay.
Which means like everything doesn't sound as crushed, so they can push the loudness.
Okay.
I think, you know, they're more of like the lossless type.
Okay.
So it's
lossless
not compressed.
Audio.
Yeah.
So so I know what
Apple
that means.
Music has adopted that in the past few years.
What does that mean to the average music listener? Does that mean I can hear more of everything at a louder volume?
So
without anything being distorted?
From what I understand it to be, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. From what I understand it, it's getting closer to what the engineer in the studio intended it to sound like.
Okay.
Not losing any of its fidelity of the quality of that audio. Because when you compress an audio and you know the bit rate changes when you go to Spotify or go to Apple Music, that either the stereo of it gets lost, some information here on these parts of your ears gets lost, and it kind of goes more here, right?
Hey, I know what that's like. Same with the video and photos. You know, keep compressing a photo. Like, that is not what I wanted you to see.
That's a good way to put it. Like a photo being compressed over and over again, and then it's like, damn, it's still 1080p, but it's a little lost a little bit of its quality. You know,
this nigga 1070.
Right. It's like It's like
right.
It's like shooting, I don't know the correct terms as far as like photography, videography, but it's like shooting color and then going to edit it with more color instead of like shooting it raw. You know what I'm saying? And then going to color.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Know shit, man.
a little bit.
Okay.
That's a good analogy, actually.
Yeah.
That's a great analogy.
So that's pretty much what it is. That's like the lossless.
Okay.
And, you know, the color with the color is the compression.
That's what's up. So you recommend Tidal to like a normal music streamer?
Yeah.
For real?
Until we drop,
Until you drop, baby.
Yeah, for sure.
I might have to convert myself, baby.
Clap for that.
Yeah, for sure.
Plug in the business, man. That's what we're all about on Amor Fati, you guys. Definitely keep your eye out and check out Disrupt when it drops in March of this year.
Yeah, you can.
It's going to be a game changer.
You can go follow us on Instagram at Disrupt Our Culture. So go do that.
Follow it.
You heard it right. Upon your head.
We're going to switch gears real quick. Nothing regarding music. Bring a little levity to the show. We like doing that sometimes. As of recently, it was about a week ago from the day of this recording. It was Kobe Day. It was 8/24. And for that, they unveiled, a lot of the people were wearing like Kobe jerseys on the league, and they unveiled a statue in his honor. And we're going to go ahead and put it up on the screen for those viewing the podcast. And we want to just react to it, see what you guys think about it, because I think it's very interesting. I think there's a lot of nuances and layers to it. And I just want to get your raw opinions on it. What do you think, Chris?
I mean, I seen a little bit. I seen that Gigi actually picked out like 3, and then Vanessa said Kobe wanted this one. So I mean, it's like, yo, if this is the one that Kobe wanted, yo, why are we upset? You know, people are like, yo, why wasn't it a fadeaway? Why wasn't it a slam dunk? Why wasn't it a, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, if this is the one that he wanted, why are we mad at this? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, 100%.
You know, it's like,
respect his wishes.
You know, it's like, I'm not sure. I haven't watched basketball a lot, but you know, looking at it, it's like, it's just symbolic of, you know, he's saying he the one, yo, like he's the one. Think he's the only one. I mean, and that was just, you know, the mentality that he had. I mean, I'm not mad at it.
Okay,
I'm not mad at it.
Yeah,
okay.
What y'all think?
Yeah, I respect that take. I respect that take a lot. This is the pose that they took following his 81 game against the Raptors in 2008, I believe.
Okay.
So it was him walking off the court and putting up that gesture.
Yeah.
I personally am a Kobe 8 guy over a Kobe 24, but it's close. It's close for me.
It's tough.
But this Kobe that's the Kobe I grew up on and I was really a fan of. And when I got older, when I was in like high school, and that's when he changed to like number 24. So I got a lot of respect through that Kobe, and as well as the more of a teammate Kobe, the leader Kobe, which is 24. Yeah. But there's something about that like energetic, sort of like naivete, like dog in him, like youth that he had, man.
It fit the era too.
It fit the absolutely. Absolutely, it really did. And when the transition era hit, and you know you had like, you know, the Paul Georges and like the Steph Currys come in the league. He switched his gears for that. So the dude was not only a Mamba, but he was a chameleon in that sense. But
he jumping bars. Stay tuned for the next album.
In terms of this pose, though, I think they're gonna do another one. If I'm not mistaken, they're actually gonna.
I think they did say they were gonna do another
2
one.
sessions.
They're gonna do a 24 one now. And it's going to be a different thing. I think he does deserve it.
Hell yeah.
Because in this case, I think it's great. I think it's great because I think the next one will be an athletic pose. Will be of something him shooting, dunking, what may have you. So I respect it. And if Vanessa said that's what he wanted, you got to put some respect on the statue.
For sure. For sure.
That's how I feel about it.
Is that his highest scoring game?
Yes.
Okay.
That's one of the NBA's highest scoring games.
That's the second one.
You know, getting that information, I mean, I could just be picking at straws, but I mean, if Kobe was to turn around, it's an 8 and a 1, so 81. You know what I'm saying?
That's like, hard,
bro. So, bars? Bro, do you rap or just engineer, bro?
Nah. So I mean,
might need to drop the album. I don't know.
Hey, niggas be rapping in front of him. He be like write his own bars. Like, well, if I was bro, I would have said
right. So I mean, you know, that could have symbolized that.
Wow, there's so many ways to look at this.
Yeah,
I love it. For me, one thing I will say is that Kobe and Michael had this saying, and I think Michael said it, but I know Kobe either reiterated it or he just, I think, applied this to his own legacy. There's kids coming to my game that are scraping money. Their parents scraped up money to go to one game, maybe in their lifetime, as long as that kid was a child. And it's like, I can't take a day off. I can't take, you know, a game off. You know what I'm saying? I can't come to a game and give half-ass effort. And when Kobe, I didn't know this was his 81-point game, but when Kobe got off the court after a phenomenal performance, he made sure to like tune into the crowd. If you notice, he made sure, like, you didn't see him rush to the microphone for the ESPN interview after the game, post-game. You saw him look at that crowd every time. Me and my boy Isaac, we laughed because Kobe had a shot against the Suns. I don't know if it was playoffs or whatever. Yeah. But I might be wrong. It might not be the Suns. We might need Randy to show up. But he like put both arms up. It was just funny how he hit the shot and he just stood like this. Oh yeah. But Kobe knew that. I remember that. I think Kobe knew, and Kobe was like driven by purpose. So like he was a normal guy that wanted to win. Absolutely. But I think that he wanted to win to show people what success looks like. There was an aspect of him that's like that. So when he puts that one up, I think it's like, I think it's one, like, I'm the one. I think it also is like one, like, it's one love between me and my crew, my team, my audience.
Wow.
Like, I have my basketball team, but then I have you guys, right? And then it's like one way to be successful, and it's just give it all you got. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
And I feel like Kobe was like, he was poised, bro, because when he would hit the game winner or 81-point game, that that face, if you look at Kobe's faces, that face is sweet, but it's also like, I'm gonna be in the gym tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Damn.
Kobe just dropped 81. So like, it doesn't matter what pose, what gesture Kobe's giving for me.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, Kobe, just saying the name Kobe is like different. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you say the name Kobe Bryant, it makes you kind of like reflect almost, or it makes you think of a certain part of things that are like,
you sit up a little bit.
Yeah,
Bryant,
it's the better side of you.
Straighten
You know what
yourself
I'm saying?
out a little bit. Yeah,
that Mamba mentality. So for me, I didn't know all the news behind it, but I knew bro definitely deserved a statue. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I'm glad that he got it. Now for the 8 and 24, I like 24 Kobe a little bit better because I like to see mastery. You know what I'm saying? Now his athletic mastery got peaked, I think, at 8-24 crossover. Right. But then to see him take the game into his own hands and have counters for everything and just be speaking Spanish to Pau Gasol when they're playing and shit like that, is like, I'm like, okay, this nigga know basketball on a different level. So shout out Kobe. And I have a question to lead off of this. I don't know if you are tuned into basketball with LeBron James, but LeBron James changes number 2. Does he deserve two statues, do you think, when he retires? A 6 and a 23?
I would say no.
I don't think it hits as hard.
I would say no because he's not like a Dirk Nowitzki. He's not like a Kobe Bryant. I mean, Shaq did too, but LeBron has team hopped so many times. Like, where would his statue really go?
What jersey would I put?
Cleveland, they've been so up and down with him. I mean, someone's gonna get a statue of LeBron. Like, either if it's L.A. or Cleveland, or even Miami. But
that's a good question too.
I mean, because they just retired Shaquille O'Neal's jersey in Orlando, so you never know.
Miami did?
No, Orlando did.
Orlando did.
Shaq's jersey.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, during the Penny Hardaway and Shaq days.
Yeah.
But I think he's definitely gonna get a statue. I don't know if he's gonna get 6 and 23.
Yeah,
he's gonna get 23.
He probably just gonna get
20.
You think he's gonna get 23?
Yeah, he was only 6 for like what? I think like less than half his career.
Less than half his career. Yeah, like maybe 8 of his years out of his 20.
He was crazy at 6.
I mean, I was about to say, but do you think he was a monster number 6 was the most impactful?
LeBron's you don't think he was? LeBron's funny acting. That's my favorite player in the NBA.
Yeah, right? I can't answer that. Funny acting. I can't answer that with a direct.
I'm a realist
because it's layered, it's nuanced in terms of that answer.
You could argue like LeBron took a dip when he turned to 6 because he joined other superstars, which was already controversial, and didn't play to his potential. So you also saw LeBron become a 280-pound specimen and become the best player, arguably, to ever touch the court when he was 6. Right. You know what I'm saying? So 23 LeBron, though, depending on how you look at it, you got like the young face of the league, and you got the old man at 40 years old, averaging 25.
Like I said, it's a nuanced answer.
It's a nuanced answer. So.
You could play it from any angle that you wanted to.
Yeah.
And perhaps you might get both because of what you just said.
Perhaps.
Maybe. I mean, because LeBron knows how to play politics, so especially when he's done with the game,
he'll buy a statue for sure.
He's gonna play them politics.
He for sure gonna get a statue in LA.
So.
Yeah,
we're gonna transition to the last part of the first segment of the show, man.
They do it.
We did this with a couple of our guests previously. You being the music guy that you are, we figured this would be a great topic for you. So let's talk 2000s and 2010s, right? The era of music we grew up in, we can understand and sort of elaborate on. What era of that style of music resonates more with you, and which era was just better to you, in your opinion, and why?
2000s, easily.
No argument.
It was just the artists loved the art, man. The artists just they loved their art. You know what I'm saying? Like. The 2010s, you get a couple people and they're amazing, but I don't think they just love the art to just love it. Like if you take the fame and the money away, like who's gonna go in there and give 110%? I think the 2000s, more artists in the 2000s would have did it without any money.
Yeah, because Wayne was on fire in the 2000s.
A lot.
Jay-Z was Jay. Like, he was peak Jay in the early 2000s, and even came back hard in the latter of the 2000s. So
Fame is more addicting now too. I think that it's more alluring to just think about the consequences of fame that'll come from the record more than it is think about how much you're trying to bleed into that record. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
50 had a run.
50 had one of the craziest runs.
Jeezy had a run. Kanye had a legendary run.
Legendary.
In terms of classic albums.
Which one?
Legendary.
The main one?
Oh, yeah. It's good. That's okay.
No, we good.
Thank you.
Thank you, though. Yeah. That's love.
That is love. Thank you. Looking out. But, yeah, Jeezy, T.I. had a great run. And not even just like hip-hop. I don't know if you kept up with like other types of music, but...
R&B?
Yeah, R&B was on fire during that period of time.
Yeah.
Even rock music was doing good, and pop music was, at its peak. So I can definitely resonate with that answer. I think last week we said the 2010s, but I think it could be argued for either era, and I wanted to sort of hear you elaborate.
I think it could be
that.
argued for either, but I think just because in the 2000s you had to actually be somewhere to hear the records.
True.
You know what I'm saying? In the 2010s is when we got into the streaming services. So you could be chilling in your bed and nothing nostalgic is happening.
Right.
To where it's just like, oh, that's a cool album, but you're not doing anything when you're listening to it. Yeah. So I just think the 2000s were way more impactful.
Wow.
Okay.
And
that's crazy.
The artists just and they were different, like just lyrically, singing wise. Yeah. They were different in the 2000s. We get, I don't know, man. We just get so much bullshit now that it's just.
I get tired of this shit.
Yeah, man. I'd be tired. I'd be real tired of it.
2020s is out of the question.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, 2010.
I don't know what the fuck is up with music now.
Well, you said something really important. The nostalgia of music. But I mean, we all do it. We've all gone on a vacation or trip or done something where we like gravitated to like a body of music, you know what I'm saying, a project or something like that. And as soon as we hear that song, that project, we go back to that spot in our lives. Yeah. And now you can hear like 100 songs today, brand new songs, and it's kind of like I was going throughout my normal day when I heard the music. So like you said, where were you when you heard that music? Back in the day, you almost had a time for music, and now you got your AirPods, you got everywhere you go. Shit, with Spotify and these apps now and everything we talked about, you can connect your phone and you get to the car, transfer to the car, and you get to the job, and your job connects to Spotify. You know what I'm saying? It's all one. It's a whole thing. So I'm not arguing that if it's better or worse, but I will say there was that where, like you said, where Chris said, where you were when you heard that. You know what I'm saying? That's big. That is really big.
That is. Yeah.
Like, yo, what was the last album that you heard and you were like, yo, what the fuck is this? And you had to play it back like 6 times that day.
Been a long time.
You know what I'm saying?
6 times.
Hasn't happened since the pandemic for me.
Yeah, not that many times. I've heard some good music, but it hasn't been like I don't need to hear anything else for next week.
For the next week.
Yeah, I ain't been like that in a while.
You haven't gotten that in like the last 15 years.
Yeah, maybe Kendrick.
Yeah, Kendrick.
I've never heard
a
top down Kendrick record.
T-Pad for me.
Yeah, I'm about to say
T-Pad. Actually, right, the Tyler the Creator record too was one of those for me.
Is this Igor?
Igor, yeah.
Okay,
that was one of the records. Not SZA. I mean, I have it on the wall, but I like a lot of the cuts, but not the whole thing. Right?
Okay.
Yeah. And that kind of talks into like I want to talk about this on the second segment where we get into like classic albums and how those are shaped and naming a few of those, but yeah, I mean, you made some good points, man. We're gonna go ahead and take a quick break, but really, really good point on the 2000s. You made a great argument for that, man.
Yeah, no,
seems to be a more common answer.
Yeah, and appreciate you sharing your company.
Yeah, no, I appreciate
everything. That's huge, bro. That's
I appreciate y'all for even letting me come up here and expose it.
Total time, bro. Yeah, and you're always welcome back. That's huge, man. I mean, we can't like sleep on the fact that you're doing something that could be honestly changing the game. It's a game changing kind of business.
Shit, I hope so.
You know what I'm saying? Like honestly, I can feel it. So we're gonna go and take a break real quick here on Amor Fati, guys. We're here with special guest Chris today. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. I know that camera's off.
Hey, my camera's on. Stay tuned.
Right, mine's still going.
Stay tuned.
Be right back.
Alrighty.
What's up, everybody? We are back with the Amor Fati podcast. Appreciate all of your patience. Once again, that's capital A-M-O-R, capital F-A-T-I. Do not forget it. We are back with our special guest, Chris.
How you doing?
What up?
Appreciate you coming through and vibing with us and having a great conversation, man. So we're going to get straight into the next topic here. So in the news lately, if you've been watching, there's a new biopic coming out next year. And it's got a lot of people talking, actually. It features Michael Jackson's nephew, Jaafar Jackson. I think he's the son of Jermaine.
Yeah.
Jaafar.
And there's a new photo starting to surface of this guy and even videos and stuff. But we're going to touch on the photo of it today. And he's looking really indistinguishable from Michael. And I wanted to get you guys' thoughts on it, man. See what you guys think. Because this is going to be huge. If this biopic ends up being sweet, man, it might be like one of the best musical biopics they've done in a while.
So I can't tell who's Mike. I mean, I feel like I'm looking at two versions of Mike.
No, it's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
So it's a whole movie coming out?
Yeah, like the Elvis movie or like the Bohemian Rhapsody or like the Elton John movie and even the Whitney Houston one that came out. It's going to be in the similar vein to where, you know, they're going to really take it from start to finish. They have already casted his mom as Nia Long is casted as Catherine Jackson. And I think Coleman Domingo is casted as Joe Jackson.
Wow.
Yeah, great black actor.
Yeah.
And he's going to be a hell of a Joe Jackson, I tell you that much.
Bro, he got the same like facial like reactions, features, same nose.
Yep.
The hair, the sideburns the same.
Yeah. If it wasn't for copyright strikes, I'd want to play the song that he just came out with called Rebirth of Michael.
We'll try it out.
Well, yeah. I'll show you guys after the show. Yeah. It sounds just like Michael, too.
Really?
That's crazy.
I'm like, there's no way. This guy's literally the reincarnation of Michael Jackson. Like,
he's like, I don't want to be my dad. I want to be my uncle. I know I was placed on this earth.
Yeah, I just wanted to get your raw, collected thoughts on this.
Hey, I'm excited. Yeah. You know, I think these movies on these greats that come and go are, to me, hit or miss. There's no in between. You do it greatly or you do it poorly. I've seen both.
100.
This guy at least looks the part. So we'll see how the writing is. We'll see how the acting is. If you say he sounds like him, that's a huge plus. But I think Michael Jackson's tough because we all know him. So you gotta be the Mike that we know. You can't be anything different, and that's a lot of pressure. But you're a Jackson, so I'm sure you figure it out. And if you look like this, you might be able to pull it off. You know what I'm saying? Like, goddamn,
for sure.
Got the V-neck on and everything, like just like Mike. Even how he's like hunched with the mic up with his hand like that. That's Mike. That's Mike, bro.
Yeah. You got to get the mannerisms right. What do you think, bro?
I mean, I
know it's not much to go off of, but just
for me, it's just like, keep the money in house. Like, and it's like, who better to represent you than, someone who,
Bloodline.
I don't know how old he is, but someone who may have watched you do these things.
Ooh,
you know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
Wow.
And probably at a really early age.
Yeah.
I mean, Mike passed away. I was 7th grade, so 2009. Yeah, 9.
Yeah,
so, I mean, he would have to be 15. Yeah, he would have to be 15 or older.
Something like that.
Yeah. So I mean, if he's older than that, then he probably does have like some.
I think he's in his 20s.
Oh well, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
so he definitely
sure,
has some remembrance of his uncle probably doing some stuff, and he probably took to that as a young age. Yeah, it's just like, I want to be like that. Yeah, So if he actually does try to have a career, I hope this doesn't negate him from that or just put a stop in it, because us as consumers are just like, nah, you did Mike, so now that's all we're gonna look at you as. You know what I'm saying?
They put you in a box. They marginalize you. Yeah.
So I just hope that doesn't happen. But like you said, like yo, biopics are hit or miss. I think we get more miss than hit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think he'll probably do an amazing job. Just because it's his family legacy.
Yeah.
So he's going to put in 200% effort, you know, as opposed to somebody on the street.
Did you guys think, to kind of relate to this, did you guys think Ice Cube's son did a good job in
I think Ice
Shadow
Cube,
Compton?
I think O'Shea Jr. is like the reincarnation of
That's
his
what I'm
dad.
saying.
Yeah.
Like,
Pretty
Yeah.
much, yeah. He did an excellent
He
job.
You
is
could
him.
feel it. You could feel it. You know what I'm saying?
He was
So,
Ice Cube in that
he was
movie
Ice
too.
Cube,
Like
yeah.
he was for real.
Yeah.
I was just like, I didn't even see him as his son. Like I just saw like him as Cube. And honestly, my man who did Eazy-E was on that level to me.
yeah,
personally,
he was great.
So I was like,
Facts.
that's easy to me. Like that's
Facts.
him on screen. That's crazy. So it's kind of crazy how like good these biopics have become.
Yeah.
Because I was a fan of the Elvis biopic, and I thought it was great. I thought Austin Butler did a great job.
I haven't seen it.
And
Surprise.
they're yeah, it's good. It really is. And he sounded just like Elvis, danced like him, had the energy of Elvis. But I think Hollywood's doing a good job. And like to your point, and to also your point, if it's in the family, they're gonna do it right. They're gonna have a level of respect and gravitas with this role, and it's gonna be great, man. Because Michael is Michael, you know what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
when they put it together the way they put it, and they started from start to finish the right way, because we all seen the Michael, the Jackson 5
Yeah.
biopic when we were kids,
Yeah.
right? You know what I mean? And it was kind of rough, but this is gonna be like sort of like the one we were all waiting for to really really tell the story. And what I hope is, in the movie, I hope that they tell the story in a way that is like it'll show you from his point of view, like how he really felt,
Yeah.
Because get into the conspiracies is a whole different conversation. Did he do this? Did he do that? Things like that. I don't like to. I just focus on the music when it comes to Michael, but I feel like they're gonna still tell his truth through that.
I hope so,
through
bro.
the music, and I'm excited
I think
to
they
see
need
it
to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
especially,
excited to see it,
especially
man.
him being family, like you would want to, I mean, again, if you really feel, he was the man that he claimed he was, then as a family member, you don't want to ruin that. You know what I'm saying? So I think if it is to be, then it will be. You know what I'm saying? Like if they can
100%.
show the right story and that's the purpose, then him being a family member is gonna carry that through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
But he then, you know what I'm saying? He I can't wait.
Right, all that Shimon and everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, man, that's cool though.
Can I ask a question real quick? Is he
Yeah.
playing more than one phase in his life?
Yeah,
Oh, he's playing all the phases?
I think he's playing teen until adult Mike. I think they're
Okay.
gonna put the plastic surgery on his face throughout the years until
Wow.
he's gonna play the whole thing.
Shit,
They don't
alright.
have any other person casted. I checked the casting list. There's no other person casted as adult Michael.
Wow.
And adult Michael could be from like 17, 18 onward, right?
Got you.
But they do have a child Michael cast, and the kid looks just like him too.
Wow.
So that's gonna be interesting.
Okay.
They might use the audio for the kid of young Mike, because I don't know if you can replicate that. That young Michael, he was already singing like a grown ass
Like a
man
grown-ass
at,
person, yeah.
at like 6 years old.
Yeah.
So, but he sounds just like bro.
I gotta hear it.
I gotta show you guys this song. He sounds just like him, man, and it's crazy. Which I guess takes us to our next point here, because Michael was the king of pop. He was alive during a time when music was way different than what it is today, and it's got me wondering, man. Like, is music in shambles to you guys? Is it doing better than ever? Like, what is the state of music as a whole from a business perspective, from the streaming being a caveat to music, and also like our culture and hip hop and R&B? Like, what do you think the state of music is? Is it in a healthy state? Is it declining? Like, I want to hear you guys' thoughts on this, man. Like,
I guess I'll go. I won't talk too long. Hopefully, I think again, people have access to music more freely now. So, music is being made for every person out there. So like, if we're talking about hip hop, I think the inner city has their music now on more of a mainstream platform. I won't say it's the highest of mainstreams, but Everybody has some artists speaking for the lifestyle they live now. So I think that a lot of that pours into like the overall bucket of music, and we get a lot of stuff that is good from that, a lot of stuff that isn't good from that. And I think that's kind of where this does music suck right now perspective. That's where that kind of comes from, is just everybody now can make music for the people that resonate with them, and it's going to be out there and it's on the same platforms. And the modern day radio is streaming. So, you know, back in the day, not everybody got heard. So like if you had somebody in your neighborhood that made music, it was going to stay there. Or if their uncle was like, you know, at the radio station, and boom. Mm-hmm. But
would you say music's in a decline in terms of quality, in terms of?
I don't think like substance.
Substance, yeah. Sorry, content and substance.
Again, this is how I look at it. I think if you were to look where, you know, Michael and these greats left jazz, disco, and R&B, it didn't really have it didn't leave music in the position for rap necessarily, but then hip hop birthed out of all of that, out of funk and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I think there was still there were people in the world right after that historic Motown era that still were living a certain lifestyle that I think only a certain type of music can speak to. I think we're going through the same thing now. I think when we talk about the things we talk about in the other episodes of like the economy we live in, the day and age we live in with social media, and just everything going on, AI, technology, music now is suited for people that are living right now. And if we're talking about like music lacking substance, I think most people our age are talking about music that is for the younger generation. And I think that they love the music right now. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people that are young love the music right now, while a lot of people that have come before are like, bro, what is this? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I don't like everything that's out, but when I look at it from like a bird's eye view, I'm like, they're us when we were, you know, coming up, changing from what we were taught and what we were exposed to what was being developed. I don't think that
I've also met like sorry to cut you off, but I've also met like a lot of younger people who also think like a lot of the music is shit too, though. Like, what would you say about that? You know,
this is the thing. Artists right now are trying, like, it's a come up to be an artist right now, even in the pop lane, right? Yeah. And people can argue that pop and house and dance and stuff is electronic isn't the same as what it was, but like, I think people that are artists are seeing the opportunity. Like, you got TikTok, you got these little like catchy ass songs. They do go viral. They do trend. Right. They don't have substance. So I think it's like the thing we talked about earlier, like the fame and like just the ability to go viral is more important than you putting out the music that Michael made, that some of these greats made. They're making music for like, listen, when the family's around and that record starts to spin, this is what that's for. Or when we go out and music is being played in the car, or we go to a venue and whatever.
So because of the state of how music is perceived now through social media, you think it's become like sort of diluted because that's the only way you can gain attention? Yeah, is through virality.
Music is matching the culture, and while some people make content, like I'm in the video industry, right? People used to make content that was like 12, 15 minutes. And then we got shorter. I think now we're looking for longer content as it starts to kind of spin back. But my point is that like everything matches. So like people are out here trying to make music that is like it just goes with the flow. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of end it there because it can keep going. But I think music does need to be paid attention. Like people need to pay attention to what came before, because the greats that come up even now are going to be watching what came before. But the average person that's just trying to like, that has some talent, that has some resources, they're gonna make whatever I think is hot make what's hot that catches fire. Excuse me, in terms of what we deal with today, because like how people want to go viral by doing stupid shit. I think music kind of is starting to seep into that culture. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully that makes sense. My bad. Yeah. No, you good. All right, man. Okay, cool. As long as that makes sense, I'm gonna sit in my chair and
you taking it to a level where you trying to dig deep and you try to get people to understand where you're coming from.
What y'all think, man? I'm done.
I think that you want to take this before I go to it, or
I think this shit is trash. Okay. I think all of these niggas are trash.
Standing on business today.
And if you feel different, do something different. You know what I'm saying?
Like, talk to them.
And I mean, I feel like I could talk a little bit because I probably rap better than most of these niggas.
Damn.
So
it might be in the comments like, bro, prove it. Diss track
shit.
on the way.
I mean, you know, diss tracks ain't really my thing, but if you want to go bar for bar, that's cool.
Oh shit.
Damn.
But no, I just think like we lack substance so much, bro. Like I pray my son's favorite rappers are my favorite rappers. You know what I'm saying? So the Jay-Z's, the Nipsey Hussles, the Royce the 5'9", the Joe Buddens, the Big Crits. I just don't understand why we aren't holding ourselves to the highest standard. Because at the end of the day, bro, like either you're making records for that 2 minutes and 30 seconds or you're making records for forever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't, when me and my girl have these conversations, like, yo, I don't want you to put out a record just to put out a record. I want that shit to last.
That's how I resonate with that. 100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo,
yes,
I want my kids to be like, this is a great record.
Fuck, put some shit out just to say like I put it out. See, I'm still, bro. Like, music is art, man, and you really gotta. I resonate with that so fucking heavy, bro. Like, for real. But I'm gonna let you finish before I get into my spiel.
Oh no,
I feel that.
Go right ahead, man. Bro, I just think that the state of music is just in a disarray, and I think that we just need to get back to creating great music.
Yes.
And every record, I feel like every project that you put out needs to be, you need to look at it as a classic record. Yes. Like, yo, is this record going to last 30, 40 years? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like if that's not going to do it, then we shouldn't put it out.
Right. Yeah.
And if that makes you a Kendrick, a J. Cole, where you put out one project every 6, 7, 8 years, so be it,
so be it.
Like, I'd rather have one great project every 5, 6 years than 4, trash ass projects every 2, 3 years. Like,
right, or every
I'm
year
cool.
nowadays.
Yeah, I'm cool without it.
Right. That's interesting take, bro. Obviously, you said something that struck a chord with me, which I'll kind of get to at my point, but I'll say this: it's like everything else; it's nuanced. But for the most part, not to climb into a box of like being an old head, but I just feel like the newer artists that came out after pandemic, I'm not really feeling the people that are coming out in the mainstream. Mm-hmm. I'm not resonating with it, and it's not because of the fact that I'm behind the times or an old head. I keep up, but I know good music. At the end of the day, I'm a musician first, and I'm an artist second. So I know when music is meaningful. I know when music is impactful, and I know when music has a purpose. And a lot of music today doesn't have any of those things, and I think that's what it's missing. It's missing the soul. It's missing the bones and the meat and potatoes of what we consider to be music that could last a long time. Like, I think that artists nowadays don't try to do that because that's not the current trend of the times because of social media. And I feel like we should try or attempt as artists, as a collective, to do that. Now, I will say there are a lot of artists, though, that try to live up to that creed. And it's hard to fight through all of the noise because everybody and their mom does music today. Mm-hmm. And trying to fight through that noise with your actual good music, your actual creativity and purposeful and impactful art and meaningful art, it gets lost in the sauce. And I'm speaking from experience on that because I know a lot of great artists in the city of Detroit alone, not to mention other regions like LA or Chicago or New York or Atlanta or Miami, or the list goes on, even worldwide, that don't get the recognition that they deserve because virality is the forefront of music right now, going viral. And people that are executives, it goes up to top bottom or top down perspective to where people on the labels, all they're going to push is the virality of artists because that's what makes the money. That's how the world goes around, is how, you know, money is made and how this business can keep going. But I think if we bet on the artists that still respect the craft and want to put more into the art, more so than we do just the next 15 second of fame artist from TikTok or what have you, I feel like music can turn into something where it could be great again. We can have more classics. We can have more timeless music, albums, songs, whatever you want to call it. And overall, I'm just disappointed in the state of music right now. Like, whether that be pop, even pop,
shaking my fucking head,
rock, country's doing a little bit better, but hip hop, because I'm an eclectic artist. I'm an eclectic listener. I listen to everything, and everything's in shambles right now. And I think people need to hear this because we got to figure something out, bro.
You think it's that bad?
Yes,
I think it's bad.
I think it is that bad. It's not even me being melodramatic. I think it's just. It's a sorry time for music, bro. It's a lot of fast food out there, and everybody's just eating up the fast food, and there's no good home cooked meals for people to attach on to anymore.
Let me know what you guys think. I think, you know, again, we have access to music more freely than ever. So, you know, I think for 50 years ago, there's people that are making music of the times that you didn't hear their trash. So therefore, music wasn't labeled as trash because we only had the greats that we were exposed to. You know what I'm saying? Do you guys feel that way, or are you guys like, nah, the average is?
Yeah, I do, because I agree with that, because they didn't have a platform to put their trash out.
Yeah.
But now everybody has a platform to put their trash out, and the trash can be more either exciting or front page news than somebody who's actually bringing quality, to where, no shade to Ice Spice, but like you have a song like Fart on the radio, and that's making waves over like somebody who really put in like some time in the studio, and their song really could like change somebody's lives, or it's like sonically like amazing, and they're just not getting the credit that they deserve.
So here's what I say. Here's what I say, because I like what you guys said. I think music right now is a reflection of the masses, period. I think that we have a different perspective on living life, period, right now. I think a lot of our morals have changed. And again, morals are, you know, dependent on whatever you perceive life to be. But I do think that, like, Ice Spice makes a song called Fart, which is crazy, doesn't even say. And while again, even the Taylor Swift thing, her and Ice Spice at the Super Bowl, while we may not understand it, there's clearly an executive that does. There's somebody that knows, like, yo, these girls are gonna be what a lot of people want to see. Now, why is that? I think it's, you know, the generation that's listening to music that is causing artists to give the generations what they want, and then it's like a back and forth thing, a chicken and egg thing. You know what I'm saying? But the thing that's tough is like this. So like I did a video for football this year for high school teams, and they're playing a lot of this new music, right? And you know, when I was in football in high school, it's 2013 down to like 2009, bro. I know who I was listening to in the locker room. I was listening to J. Cole. I was listening to Kanye. I was listening to if I wanted to go kind of like wild with it, we had some Waka Flocka playing or something, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I remember like my older cousins and like older people being like, man, that's kind of like trash, bro. Like, you know, like I'm a DMX, you know, like early 50, I'm a J, I'm a Nas, like that other stuff was getting kind of, you know.
Yeah, but the difference is I guess in their minds, they just were openly not wanting to embrace it. Because I had conversations with old heads like that. They just didn't want to embrace it. They didn't want to hear it. Yeah. I feel like our generation, the middle child generation, we would hear it. We would give it a time of day if it was actually good. Like we would be like, yo, this kid is good, bro. Like he's sweet. And I do that to a lot of artists that really resonate with me. I'm like, oh shit, this shit hard. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. But I'm not gonna be like, turn this shit off. I don't know who this nigga is. Like da 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 da. Like I'm not like that. We're not like that.
Right,
but when you get hit with like a barrage of so much trash left and right, so much fast food left and right, it's just like, bro, enough is enough. At some point, and like I said, it's not like melodrama, it's just basically spitting facts about this shit. Like, we need more artists that are put to the forefront. I'm not saying that they're not around or they don't exist. They do exist. But like you said, some executive somewhere said, let's put Ice Spice and Taylor Swift and make them the we need to put somebody else out there in the forefront, market them,
push
their narrative, push their brand, put money behind these people that could actually give us some good music. But that's not going to happen.
It's not because the state of the world isn't like that, bro.
It's like you said. I agree. It's a reflection of our society.
Yeah, bro.
And our society is also trash. So it's like,
go with it. Right, they go hand in hand.
There's nothing we can do about it. But the fact remains, music is terrible now. Overall, as a whole, as a majority, in my opinion, because society, you know what I'm saying? You finish the rest.
Yeah. What you think, Chris?
Yeah. I mean, I think that music is gonna revert back to what it was, just because I feel like the 16, 17-year-olds are like our parents' late children, and they just let them do whatever. So it's like, yo, you a dumbass. You know what I'm saying? Like, but for us, it's like, yo, you're raising your son, I'm sure, on Kanye, on J. Cole, on Kendrick, on, you know what I'm saying? Like, my son better listen to some Jay-Z. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he's going to, whether he likes it or not.
You feel me? Yeah. So it's like, I think that with our kids, I think they're going to be the ones that be like, yo, if you don't get this bullshit out of here, like, where is the substance at?
Right.
So I think that's going to take like another 10, 15 years before we see like...
Hopefully it don't take that long.
I like that, though. I like that.
I think it is going to take that long, though.
I like that optimistic viewpoint.
I like it, too, though.
I hope it does revert back. I hope it swings back in the opposite direction.
I think when you get trash, there's a demand for better. Then that better gets oversaturated. Supply demand. For sure. What I'm saying? Then, you know, but I do think that, you know, the filtering process, right? Like you said, we got to find these greats.
Overall, I just feel like I'm not satisfied as a music listener. Is what I'm trying to get to. Like I will listen to a specific album or song over and over again now because I don't have things to go to that's like really satifying me. No, I just got to keep playing this over again because it's not that much of it. So that's how I feel.
It's like video games 2024. Ain't no good games out. But the last thing I'll say,
because I saw this article. Not to interrupt you, real quick.
Go ahead.
The PS5, Sony said like PS5 is towards the end of its life cycle, and in the comment section was like, "Bro, the console has like 6 games," like, and it was like we spent 2 years like getting like no consoles because of scalpers and shit. So it feels like it just started for us. Yeah, and there's no games on this page.
Y'all got better games.
Y'all talking about this the end of the life, and we got better games than Xbox.
Yeah, Xbox is dying, bro. Xbox low key could die today.
Yeah, all they got is Game Pass. That's all they got.
And the Game Pass ain't got no shit on it.
It ain't got nothing.
You can play Monopoly. You can play Uno.
I'll fuck up some Monopoly. Shit.
Yeah.
Got me wanting to invest in a PC so that, you know, I don't got to keep getting a new console every 3 years now.
Steam. They got everything.
Get you Flight Simulator 2024.
I'm this close, bro.
I'm nerdy as hell. But last thing about music I'll say is this. The only thing that is kind of keeping me interested, again, I was in the locker rooms with these kids when I was shooting, like, you know, videography for football teams. I'm hearing what they playing. I'm not tapped into the lyrics. Lyrics have no substance. What they're talking about, I ain't gonna lie. A lot of again, it's reflecting the communities and the kids and the youth. But when I hear the music, when I hear the engineering, and when I hear where like we're taking things, again, I grew up like you guys grew up, instrumentals, real instrumentals, hearing a real drum kit, even if we're MIDI keyboarding it, whatever it may be. But I do like to see where music is headed, because at the end of the day, it's headed there whether we like it or not, right? So I like to hear like the new sounds of things. But I'm not gonna lie, I am so quick to hit that skip button, bro.
I was gonna say I am curious too. I like hearing the new stuff, but then it's a quick little next.
It's so quick nowadays, bro.
That's the point. That's the point. Of course we gonna hear it. Of course we gonna listen to it, because we're not like the old heads of yesteryear.
Right.
We're not shunning it. We're not saying we don't just want to hear that shit at all.
But you be like, hell,
I'll give it a try.
What that one mean when the guy was like
that part? You know what I'm saying? So, I think we're beating a dead horse now. We've pretty much
we mad about
talked about that at length. We're old heads. We get it. No, I'm just kidding. But
I mean, we're not that old.
No, we're not. We're not.
Which is sad, right?
We're not.
We're too early to be feeling this way.
But there's some kids who are streamers right now who play Fortnite and fucking
all this old heads.
They're gonna be like, these goofies on this fucking podcast. What the fuck are they talking about?
Senior citizen ass podcast.
Y'all don't even know who like Tyler is. Right. But anyways,
that's my boy though. I'm sorry.
So. You don't even know what Score God is, nigga.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Yeah, see,
thank God.
Oh, head.
Yeah.
No, but so I want to switch gears real quick before we end out the show.
Okay.
Take it to like a scenario question, right? So let's say you either on the side of the road and you walking or something, and you're like, God, what's that? You see a duffel bag on the side of the road.
Oh, shit.
Or you wake up in the morning and you check your bank account, about to pay some bills, and you got like $1 million in there, or there's like $1 million cash in the duffel bag. I want to know, like, from everybody's perspective, what's the first thing? And the thing is, the only caveat is you don't got to turn the money into the police.
I would never.
And like nobody,
don't worry about that, bro.
And nobody's ever gonna find out about the $1 million in your account. So like, what is the first three?
So it's clean money, but just in your account.
You're good.
I mean, it's probably dirty, but
right. In this scenario, for all intents and purposes, it is clean money, and you can do whatever you want with it. What are y'all doing personally or professionally or business wise? Give me 3 things that you're gonna be doing. Y'all can take your time to think about it, but
yeah, shit. I would probably buy 80 acres.
Oh shoot. Oh shit.
I would probably buy
where you
up
buying
north.
Up north.
Okay.
Up north.
Okay.
I think as much
Michigan for the folks that are tuning in,
as much slack as Michigan gets, I think it's one of the best states to live in.
You gotta show them, right?
I don't know what this is. Shit.
Only Michiganders, if you know, you know.
Right. This is everything.
Right.
Yeah, no, I would buy some land. Shit. I'm gonna let you pick one, and then I'm gonna come back with one, because that's crazy.
It's crazy, right? That M touch, you be like, Dunkin' Donuts for life. Like, fuck, that's the wrong thing. No, I would easily take care of my people first, bro. I would sit down, figure out what they got to do with like retirement, how that's all scheduled out, and I would take care of them. I'm a big component of that. Like, even if your parents, get on your nerves, I'm somebody that wants to take care of them so they're good, because they deserve it in terms of how I was raised. After that, I would buy me a spot, a nice little thing. So $1 million, damn, nowadays inflation.
I say, be specific. What kind of spot? What like
$1 million? That's it.
Paint the picture.
I can't get no more.
Just $1 million.
Shit,
bro. You can, bro.
Nowadays,
with $1 million,
like,
you can turn that into something crazy.
So okay, you know what? Let me think about it. Okay, so how about this? Let me restructure this. I would figure out how I can help my parents, not make everything, not all their wishes fulfilled, but I would look to see, like, okay, who needs something really quick of my loved ones. That's it. So, you know what I'm saying? Mom, sis, brothers, everybody's good, cool. I got one brother. I don't know why I said brothers. I do got step-brothers, step-sisters. Anyway, so I make sure they're good. I would look for a new spot for myself, something very, very, very nice. And then after that,
You purchasing a house? You purchasing a
condo? I'm gonna do a luxury condo. Your boy's single right now. I don't got too much. I'm a minimalist. You know what I'm saying? Like, very nice, small, nice condo. Very nice, but luxury style condo.
Yeah.
And then I'd put the rest into my investments I have outside of here, and then splitting that with investments with my podcast and my multimedia company. So that's what I would do. And I think all the returns will allow me to do the fun shit after. Whatever else entails. But I think that for me would be just like a booster. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Simple.
Put the rest in investments or savings. And
I trade. So I'm a trader. So I would go crazy. Yeah. For sure.
Word, man. Word. I respect that.
Shit, I was still thinking.
Back to you, yeah.
Yeah, I would buy land. I mean, 80 acres up north, let's say 200,000. I would put a house on it. I mean, let's do a 30-year mortgage. So, I mean, you really just got to put 40, 50,000 down.
Numbers.
And then I would probably buy a school.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
And I really want to buy a school and make it like a homeless shelter. But, like, make it apartments, not just, like, you know what I'm saying, where there's bunk beds everywhere and shit.
Oh, you're saying convert an old school into a classroom.
Because it's like, we have so many abandoned schools in Detroit. Why aren't we turning these into,
that's a good point.
You know what I'm saying, livable homes?
Each room could be
Exactly. Yeah. So I would do that. And then I would probably buy another school. And And I mean, all of these things are like, yo, you're gonna have to pay this over time, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, you don't have to come out of the million straight.
Thanks.
You can just buy contractor. You could get contractor loans and shit.
Yeah.
So, I would then buy another school, and I want to see Detroit become a tech hub in like the next 15 years. So that's probably what I would do, and then maybe put up like some money for my son, get life insurance and shit like that.
That's cool, man. That's cool. Simple. It's always good to see what people would do when they got some, they got some wealth, to work with. And I feel like for a lot of Americans, especially Black Americans, that's all we really need, man. It's just that little $1 million injection.
Well, I mean, we need to know what to do with it first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well,
be smart.
I'm not gonna speak for all the Black community, but I know there's a huge educated, and like really intelligent demographic of the Black community that would do a lot of great things with some wealth. That's all we really need.
Yeah.
So that's really cool to hear what you guys would do. I guess I'll give you my answer. The first thing that I would probably do is I would stay in my apartment because I'm not about to move nowhere. I don't really need to
10 toes.
Not right now. It's not enough for me to move nowhere. And plus, I have different like goals in mind for myself.
Yeah.
I don't really care about like big things or materialistic things personally. That's just not my thing. I respect the land thing though.
Oh,
That's I'm gonna get there. I like that. I would probably get a few properties to start off, if that can count as one, and just immediately begin that passive income to where I can just like rent those out to people, right? Or Airbnb, like triage them and have that constant income coming in. So number one, in any sense of the word, I would secure a passive income for myself. Number two, thankfully, my family is pretty good because I was thinking about family too.
Yeah.
Thankfully, my family is like, most of my family, if not all of them, are like financially set.
Yeah.
But I might do something for the fam in terms of like, y'all want to like travel on me or something for like, one time, whatever. Let's have some fun because y'all
just
are,
one nigga.
Y'all are good, which is cool. I'm glad that that's the key, or that's the case. But I'm not gonna count that as my number two. I'd say my true number two would then be to contact either an investment banker or a financial planner and say, I want to give you like $300K of my money. What should I do with it? And I want you to make this for me because I don't know anything about none of this, like investing and returns and shit. So you do that for me, but you can get a percentage of that. Yeah. And just let that money stack. And then the rest of the money I would just put in the savings, and then I would just travel the world for like a couple years.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
Yeah.
Travel to every place I wanted to see. And then this is not, this is a bonus because I already said 3, but I would then just buy like a lot of land.
Hell yeah.
And garden on it and do like off the grid shit and get like a nice little tiny community in there. And
you know what I do?
Natural shit.
Now that I think about
gardening and all
I would take all $1 million and put it all into ad funding for one of our episodes. And have it go to like 10 trillion views. So you have to like us.
Right.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I said it.
The Amor Fati podcast just broke records. Right. How did it happen?
One episode.
The first YouTube video to hit 1 trillion views. Beating out Mr. Beast's record. No.
Sir, you really put $1 million down cash for advertising? I sure did.
Crossed his arms. Damn right. And it paid off too.
Right.
Hell yeah.
Now me and Uncle Shannon sitting next to each other. How you feel?
Oh yeah. Yeah, Skip.
That's what I'm talking about.
Damn. Stephen A. Man, that's good though, man. That's good to see that we got some we got some people on the panel with some good head on their shoulders. But
I'm not sitting on hands at all.
Yeah, I say all of that, but I probably go buy me like a $200,000 car.
I don't want to say. If somebody gonna mention a whip, please don't mention a whip. I'm about to at least
I was gonna say please don't, because those are the worst depreciating assets you can own.
It depends.
Yeah,
like,
but your speed will appreciate up and up and up. You keep that gas pedal. You know what I'm saying? Your speed appreciates.
Don't listen to Raw, guys. Please do not take financial advice from this man.
Come on now. What that expressway looking like? The expressway wide open right now.
Hell nah. I'm just playing, man. Do what you will, man. We wanna know in the comments what would you do
if you had $1 million cash after tax, it's just yours to play with, what would you do? We want to know what you guys would do in the comments section. But with that being said, we're going to wrap up the episode, man. I really appreciate you coming through.
I appreciate y'all for having me.
This was a great episode, man. Definitely. And any last words you want to tell our audience before we dip out?
Just follow me at the Chris Ravens, and then follow the Disrupt Instagram at Disrupt the Culture. We'll definitely be having content coming soon for that, and a update date on when the beta is gonna come out. So we'll probably be looking for 50 artists to sign up, and then figure all of that out.
Let's go.
Your boy has big things on top of that radar, you know.
Hell yeah.
Be on the lookout for that, mate.
But no, awesome. Other than that, I appreciate y'all for having me. Hopefully, I'm here after the app launches.
Bro, I was about to say, this is not the last time.
Dab me up.
Leaving them hanging like a motherfucking coat hanger.
I'll be like, stuff in a minute.
All right.
Okay, all right.
But no, we definitely get you back, because I love before and afters, bro. I love talking about it, and you have all these things, and then everything.
Got to,
and
man.
better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, hell yeah.
For sure.
We got to do a checkpoint, see where our channel is at the point, and then see where Disrupt is, man. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, that would be fire.
Because then if you get $1 million from the whole launch, niggas gonna be in your ass like, bro, you said you gonna get 80 acres. We ain't seen it yet. I'm on Google Maps right now. I don't see you on Google Maps, nigga. What's up?
Well, shit. Hopefully by that time we can get y'all to just come over exclusively to Disrupt. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you already know.
Amor Fati traveling?
That's not even a question.
Amor Fati traveling?
That's not even a question. You know, Mavi baby gonna be first on that train.
Skip,
bro.
I knew it. I told you one thing for certain when I was on FFN. When I get big, I'm gonna try traveling, Skip. Just like Go James.
It's my turn. You said it's my turn.
It's my turn. Mike Thomas, Michael Brady, whatever that nigga name is, Jeffrey.
My glorious king, LeBron James. No. But this has been great, man. Thank you so much for coming on.
Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it.
That's capital AMOR, capital FATI. If you don't know, now you know. I'm gonna leave it with Raw with last words for y'all, man. What you got to say to the folks?
Hey, man. I don't have much today. Just believe in yourself. We have proof of it. It works.
Yes.
Take advantage of your life. You know what I'm saying? You are the responsible party of your life. So do what you please, but be smart about it. We'll see you next time.
Damn. You're watching the Amor Fati show with Mavi and Raw. And look, we really appreciate y'all tapping into our podcast and sharing all of our videos. But if you love our content and enjoy the conversations that we have with all of our guests, it might behoove you to hit that like and subscribe button below. I mean, it really helps out our channel a lot, and we'd really appreciate it, honestly. Don't you agree, Raw?
Man, you ain't never lied. I mean, it's giving loyalty.
Facts.
And look, underneath this video, there's a notification icon. And when you smash it, you get loaded with everything we drop. And, I mean, we always dropping.
Man, we be dropping heat.
So listen, we appreciate you guys. And as always, the secret to living is giving. So give us some love, baby.
Period. Full stop.